Okay guys, what's up? Today's video, what we're looking at is back strengthening exercises and back stretching exercises, okay? So lower back pain, um, it can be a big problem. You can be doing work in a garden, you can be moving boxes around your house, you can be doing all kinds of things, and you know, when you're working out, doing predictable, controlled balance movements, it's much less likely you're going to injure yourself. It's when you're actually doing weird, uncontrolled movements. You're lifting a big sofa and you got part of it on your shoulder and part of it in your face, and you're doing all this stuff, and or you're digging in the garden, things like that. Okay, it puts a lot of strain on your back, and it's unusual, unbalanced strain. Okay, where it's much more on one side of the body and you're in a weird position. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to try and stretch and strengthen. Okay, a lot of people only stretch, but we need to do both, strengthen and stretch. Okay, so this is a little routine, some exercises that I have here, and they've been proven to be very helpful. Okay, for people, clients, and friends who had back pain. Okay, so we're going to start with, now incidentally, and this goes for working out too. Okay, you want to always start with your workout, with your strengthening, and stretch afterwards. Okay, you don't want to stretch a cold muscle. You want to stretch a warm muscle. Okay, after it's been like after you've worked. Stretching is a way to kind of put it to sleep. Okay, to go to bed. So imagine if you were to go to bed and someone tucks you in a bed, and then you're all there, all relaxed and everything like that, and then suddenly someone comes in and wakes you up and says, "Okay, let's go." Okay, that's what stretching before strengthening, working out is like. All right, you really don't want that. Okay, you want to work out, and then you can go to sleep, go to bed. Okay, so the first strengthening movement we have is the windshield wiper. Okay, what we're gonna do here is just gonna lie down here, our feet here, and we're just going to go side to side, but I'm going to make sure that my shoulders stay on the ground. Okay? Now I'm not going to do all these for the required number of reps, okay? But just so you can see how it's done, okay? So here, you don't have to touch your knees all the way to the ground, just go as far as you can, okay? Okay? And do that maybe about between 15 to 20 times in total. All right. Next up, we have the pelvic lift. All right. The pelvic lift, you want to try and hold it for a second in the top position. Okay. So here, very simple. Okay, just here, and just raise up your bridge. Okay, raise it up. Okay. 2, 3. See, I'm holding for a second in the top. Okay. 4, 5. Okay, hold it for a second. All right. Next up, we have the cobra, or something that's called the sloppy push-up, because you're not doing a full push-up. Your hips stay on the ground. All right, and you're here and you're pushing up. But I'm only going to maybe about here. You don't have to straighten your arms all the way. Okay, only about here. That's just good enough until you feel the contraction. Okay. Okay. And all of these you want to do between 10 to 15 reps, okay? Probably the higher end is better if you can, okay? You can even go 20 if you want to, okay? There's you can't really overdo these, okay? Right about there, okay? That's the third one. And the last strengthening movement is the opposite arm and leg lift. So what we're going to do here, now, one other thing I should explain. Your body is like an X, so your right arm will affect your left leg, and your left arm will affect your right leg. So that's why we will do it in opposites. Left arm raised at the same time as the right leg, and then opposite, okay? Vice versa, okay? So here, I'm going to use my hand here just to rest my chin. I'm going to take my left arm and my right leg, I'm going to just raise them up. They don't have to go up that high, okay? But just a little bit, okay? 1, 2, right there is fine. 3, 4, 5. Okay, and of course you'd repeat on the other side. Okay. All right. Now, so there's the 4 main strengthening movements. Now we're going to get to the stretching. Okay, so after you've done your reps of that, okay, you can then stretch. All right, so stretching. Let's start here. All right, first, I'm just going to show you the one side, but you want to do it on both sides. Okay, so first, bring your knee to your chest. All right, and hold it under upper leg, not under shin. This seems to work better here. Okay. And each stretch you want to hold for about 20 seconds or so. Something like that. Alright? Another way you can do it is I could go 10 seconds on, then slight release, and then 10 seconds again, and slight release, and then do it one more time. So that's a total of 30 seconds with a little break in between, okay? That really helps a lot too. So you would do that for both legs, alright? Another one you can do, either instead of that or in addition to it, would be what we call rock and roll, alright? And this one here, you're just going to take both arms, both legs, sorry, and it's going to roll back and forth. So by doing this, you'll find it gives your lower back a little bit of a massage, okay? And you're stretching also at the same time, okay? Okay, that's good too. Alright. Then we also have the lying hip stretch. Okay, it's here. Bring over and across, and you want to keep that other shoulder on the ground. Okay, bring it over and across. All right. Now we have the figure 4 stretch. Okay, so here. I have my right leg is vertical and my left leg is bent, creating this figure 4. I reach through the leg and I grab my right leg. Okay? This is very good for the hip. This will end up stretching the hip on this leg. Okay? Alright? Okay. Moving right along, okay. Now we have our hamstrings, alright. So here, this leg bent, this leg straight. When you do a hamstring stretch too, you don't want your leg completely locked. Like, I don't know if you can see it here. This leg is completely locked, but this isn't good. I'm just going to unlock it a bit. You see that? Not good. Good. Okay, you don't want to bend it like this necessarily. I mean, that can be done under certain conditions, but generally speaking, for most hamstring stretches, you want to do it with the leg straight, but unlocked, okay? Straight, but unlocked, and then reach for it, okay? All right. Now, once again, you hold the stretches for about 20 seconds or so, or you can do that 10 seconds off, 10 seconds off, 10 seconds, and then off again, okay? You can do that too, all right? All right, then next up we have the hip flexor stretch. So that comes here, hip flexor. I'm gonna cut my head off here, but it's okay, you don't need to see my head, right? Okay, so I'm coming here. Now you can see there's a bend between my upper body here and my leg. It goes like this and up, right? What I don't want to do is this, because this is useless. I'm not doing anything here, okay? You need to stretch that. So vertical and then backwards, okay? Alright. Alright, and then next up we have the cat-cow. Now with the cat-cow, a big part of cat-cow is the breathing. When you do the breathing, you want to do a Taoist breath, a reverse breathing. So what that means is that my stomach will inhale, will contract as I inhale, and then expand as I exhale. So here. So from the side, you can see what's happening here, right? Okay. So when you're raising up, when you're rounding the back, that's when you inhale and you suck in your stomach. And then you exhale as you let it go, okay? So I'm inhaling now. Okay? And you do that between, 5 to 10 times maybe, something like that. Okay, we got 2 more. coming up, okay? We have this is a Cobra stretch. Now we did a Cobra exercise earlier. This is just a static stretch, okay? And here, we're just gonna hold it like this. Make sure your hips on the ground. Like you don't want to have it like that necessarily, okay? Just look at some benefit, but you want to try and get the hips on the ground if you can. All right. We got one more coming up after this, and then that's the whole thing, okay? All right, and then the last thing is a child pose, and this is in yoga. This is known as a recovery position, okay? So just that's it. That's all it is, okay? Child pose. Okay? I was also told my friend, who is a yoga teacher, told me it's also called the angry child because, you know, like a kid who's throwing a tantrum in a toy store, and, you know, on the ground, right? Okay, and that's the whole routine. All right, so you would do the strengthening first, then the stretching, and then if you want to, you could repeat it on the spot, or you can just do it once and do it later in the day, whatever. You can do it, you know, 2 or 3 times a day if you want to. You can't overdo them. Don't worry about that. You can do them multiple times. All right, and this routine done regularly can do a lot towards, you know, a lot towards your lower back health, preventing pain, preventing injury, and or also rehabbing an injury, or okay, and coping with that pain. Okay, so you know, try to incorporate this into your daily routine if possible. I mean, if you can do this every day, that's great. But if nothing else, at least 2, maybe 3 times a week, and you will get so much benefit from that. Okay, we, you know, our society, we tend to be a sitting society. You know, we sit a lot. All right. Well, I don't sit that much. Okay, but a lot of people do. Okay, and that's just the lifestyle which we have been able to create for ourselves. Humans always want to make things easy for themselves. We succeeded, but we succeeded too well. And now we have all these other problems because we sit so damn much, okay? So something like this can really, really help to counter some of the effects, the negative effects of all that sitting that we as a society do, okay? So anyways, I hope this you find this helpful. If you have any questions, you need any clarity on anything, please feel free to reach out, and I'll answer your questions or whatever. We'll have a discussion, whatever. And yeah, that's it. See you soon.